Have you ever wanted to launch a rocket, but you're not rich as Elon Musk? Well, this might just be the perfect solution for you. Today I'll be sharing with you how to launch a rocket, or a model rocket. And the first thing you're going to want to do is pick out your rocket. So, there's a few different types of rockets. You have a small rocket, which doesn't go that high. These are actually kind of the same ones we launched here in 6th grade. The next size of rocket you have is this medium-sized rocket, and these go much higher than these, and you can fit most standard engines into these. And then the last one, I don't have an example, is a multi-stage rocket, and those have 2 stages, so it'll go up and then ignite again and go up another time. Okay, let's talk about engines. So engines are very interesting. They have these different codes on them. And so what these codes represent is the height and speed that they launch at. So the first letter is A. That'll be height. So that's alphabetically A through G. A will launch at around 50 feet high, and then B would be about 100, and then C 200, and so on and so forth. They double each time. Then the first number is your newtons, so that's how fast it launches at the rate it launches. So if it has a higher newton, like this one here has 8, it means it's going to launch very quick. If it has a lower, it's going to be much slower. And so that helps if you're trying to take off on a windy day, because otherwise your rocket will turn and go all over the place, maybe into a tree that you don't want. The last number is your coasting time, and so that is the time from which your rocket stops propelling itself into the air, and it's coasting, and then a small explosion will happen inside to push out the parachute. And that's important because you don't want your rocket crashing back down to the earth and hitting someone. Alright, and this is your parachute. And what you do when loading your parachute into the rocket is you crumple up these little paper sheets loosely, and that makes it so that when your rocket has its second explosion, it doesn't blow up your parachute, because that's very important. And then these are your igniters. Up top, these go into the hole down at the bottom of the rocket, and you want to make sure that your 2 alligator clips are connected on there. And that's what's attached onto this, which is your remote. And that sends the electrical charge into your motors and gives a spark from the igniter to ignite your engine and to start firing. Then you have your launch stand, which you'll slide down your rocket onto there. And then this is your remote, which hooks up to it. And you want to make sure you have batteries in here, because otherwise it won't fire. Very important. Then when you put your alligator clips onto the igniters, you want to make sure they're on different ends and not touching. You'll put this little key into the hole, and a light will come on, and that way you know you're ready. Sometimes you can press the button and launch, and it won't go. That's because your igniter is a dud, and you have to change it out. The final thing is a video that my dad and I took a while ago on the beach, and it's of a rocket launching. Oh, let's see. Is it going to be really small? Okay, there you go. So yeah, that's a successful launch. You don't want your rocket exploding or anything. So that's if you put your engine backwards, which you don't want to do. You want to make sure that your engine goes in correctly with this small hole facing out. So when you put it in, it has this little clip here that'll hold it in. And you want to make sure you have that so your igniter goes in there, because if you have the other way, your rocket will all explode, and that would not be good. So, thank you for listening.
All right, good job.